Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the second part of adaptations of land plants. As in the previous video, we have discussed basics of adaptations of land plants. So today we are going with point-to-point information. So our first adaptation was rhizoids for water absorption. So now how? So the study of this, we can say Markentia thallus and other biophytes show that they have rhizoids for water absorption. Now we have one type of study which is study of Marchantia thallus. This is basically the bryophytes, study of Marchantia thallus and some other bryophytes. Some other bryophytes basically show that they have rhizoids for the water absorption. For water absorption, they are long and filamentous extensions. ये क्या होते हैं? ये long होते हैं. Another, they are filamentous extensions. इनके पास डागेनुमा extensions होती हैं. Extensions are basically the things which come out, extend हुई भी हैं, extensions, ठीक है? Of the cell and on the lower surface. The filamentous extensions are on the lower surface. On the lower surface of the thallus. And why, you might be thinking why they are present on the lower surface of the, we can say, thallus, because they greatly increase the surface for the water absorption from the soil. ये जो lower surface पे filamentous extensions है ना, ये क्या करती हैं? ये increase करती हैं absorption of water को. Absorption of water को from the soil. ठीक है. I hope this first, we can say, adaptation which is rhizoids for water absorption is clear. Now our second adaptation was conservation of water. Conservation of water, ठीक है. So in the conservation of water, they conserve water with the help of the body thallus of all bryophytes. Now remember, all bryophytes contain the thallus. Contain the thallus. So they have the body thallus of all bryophytes which conserve the water in multi-layered and a very small surface and directly which exposed to reduce the drying effects. ये क्या करते हैं हमारे पास? ये हमारे पास वो कंटेन करते हैं. ये हमारे पास कंटेन करते हैं बेसिकली डायरेक्टली स्मॉल सरफेस एरिया. इनके पास होता है हमारे पास स्मॉल surface area. And now why they contain small surface area? Because in the small surface area they can directly expose to reduce the drying effect. To reduce the drying effect, ताकि वो dry ना हो सके. वो मतलब wet condition या conserve water उनके पास हमेशा हुआ हुआ हो. To reduce drying effect. ठीक है. Moreover, the outer and uppermost layer of cell is covered with cuticle. इनकी जो outer और lower layer है ना, वो covered होती है cuticle से. And now what is cuticle? So cuticle is basically, it is the non-cellular structure. It is a non-cellular layer or structure which is made up of wax-like substance. Wax-like substance and which is known as keratin. The wax-like substance है, which is keratin, and it is basically, it help, and we can say it is very effective in reducing the rate of evaporation. It is very effective in reducing rate of evaporation, ताकि water इतना जल्दी evaporate ना हो. evaporation. ठीक है? I hope this second we can say adaptation is also clear to you guys. Now if we could discuss about the third adaptation, which is absorption of carbon dioxide. Absorption of carbon dioxide. ठीक है? Okay, now we know that land plant need, we can say, exchange of gases. Land plant को चाहिए ताकि वो gases exchange कर सके with the environment. In contrast, we know that aquatic plant which exchange gases and gases dissolved in water. जो land aquatic plants होते हैं ना, वो जब वो gases को क्या करते हैं, absorb करते हैं, वो gases को क्या करते हैं, absorb करते हैं. Gases, and those gases dissolve in water. Dissolve in water. ठीक है? And the upper surface of the thallus is provided with accreting pores. Now in these land plants, the we can see upper surface, जो इनका upper surface होता है ना, that contain the accreting pores. Aerating pores. ठीक है? Now what are these pores? Each pore leads inside the air chamber. These characters have filamentous branches, photosynthetic cells. हर पोर के पास क्या होता है, हर पोर कंटेन वी कैन से air chamber, and these chamber have the same, which is filamentous branching, and that filamentous branching contain photosynthetic cells that contain photosynthetic cells. Now air having carbon dioxide enter through the pores, and carbon dioxide from the air absorbed by these photosynthetic cells and then diffuse in the cytoplasm. So this is how they can easily adapt the carbon dioxide or absorb the carbon dioxide. ठीक है? I hope this third adaptation is also clear to you guys. Now if we should discuss about the fourth adaptation, which is heterogamy. Right here. Heterogamy. Okay, so we know heterogamy is most, we can say, successful kind of reproduction that have evolved in the bryophytes. ये क्या है? Most successful reproductive reproduction है. Most successful reproduction that have been evolved in bryophytes. जो कि bryophytes के अंदर evolve हुई है. Most successful adaptation. Now how it is the most successful? Because it is basically defined as the production of two type of gametes. Defined as the production of two types of gametes. दो तरह की gametes की production करती है. That's why this is the successful we can say reproduction. Now which type of gametes it is? One is we can say male, and the male we can say gametes is always motile. Another is female, which is non-motile. Now they basically, which is the full of stored food. Female is full of stored food. Full of stored food मतलब पूरा उसके अंदर stored food भरा हुआ होता है. ठीक है? I hope this is also clear to you guys. Fourth, we can say adaptation. Now, if we should discuss about the fifth adaptation, so that is protection of reproductive cells. क्या है रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल्स की प्रोटेक्शन करना। तो यप, so the land environment required special protection for the reproductive cells जिसके हमें पता है। तो the amphibians plants जो होते हैं ना, reproductive cells are very protected। जो amphibians plants होते हैं ना उनकी reproductive क्या होती है, protective होती है। how? are very protective, like the male we can say gamete which is sperm क्या है, male gamete है, and female gamete, और female gamete हमारे पास कौन सा है, ovum। ओवम, ठीक है। दे आर प्रोड्यूस इन द मल्टी सेलुलर रिप्रोडक्टिव सेक्स ऑर्गन्स। ये कहाँ प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, इन द मल्टी सेलुलर सेक्स ऑर्गन्स के अंदर। मल्टी सेलुलर सेक्स ऑर्गन्स के अंदर लाइक वी हैव एंथ्रीडिया एंड आर्चिगोनिया। एंथ्रीडिया एंड आर्चिगोनिया, ठीक है। तो नाउ हियर यू कैन सी, yes, moreover these organs are surrounded by hair-like structure which is paraphysis। ये जो हमारे पास वो हैं organs हैं जो कि प्रोड्यूस होते हैं एंथ्रीडिया के अंदर। तो ये sperm and ovum, sperm and ovum, they are basically surrounded by hair-like structure, hair-like structure which is called as paraphysis, and which help in prevention of drying the sex organ, prevent the drying of sex organ, ठीक है। So this was our fifth we can say adaptation. Now let's discuss the last adaptation which is formation of embryo। formation of embryo, ठीक है। So now in the formation of embryo we have what, embryo formation in amphibians plants is universal occurrence। amphibians plants के अंदर जो formation of embryo है ना वो क्या है, यूनिवर्सल है, यूनिवर्सल है। जो फर्टिलाइज्ड एग होता है ना, क्या होता है, जो फर्टिलाइज जो हमारे पास एग होता है ना जिसको हम कहते हैं ऊस्पोर, ऊस्पोर जो कि हमारे पास कहाँ होता है, जो कि जाइगोट के अंदर बनता है ऊस्पोर, एंड विच इज इनसाइड द आर्चिगोनियम, इनसाइड द आर्चिगोनियम। और अगर हम बात करें द एम्ब्रियो which is developed from the oospore, it divides inside the protective covering of archegonium। archegonium के अंदर ये divide होता है। Thus the covering formed by the female organ protect growing embryo from dying। और जो ये covering है ना वो provide कौन करता है, female organ provide करता है before the drying and prevent from the drying out from the mechanical injuries के जरिए, ठीक है। So I hope these all six adaptations are clear to you guys. If you have any query, you may ask in the chat box or comment below. I'll be happy to answer you all. Till that, bye bye.